Hey, how you doing? I want to talk about a concept for a second. I don't have long, but I do want to talk about a quick concept. The fact that everything that you see around you may not be real. Is not real. The only thing that is real is the intentions that we put onto things, right? That's really the only real thing here in the moment now, not in the past, not in the future, it's now. So imagine everything was a simulation. You know, a lot of people have been talking about this for a while now, for years and years and years. And I believe it to be true. I believe that everything that we encounter every day is a game. This is the game of life. Now, hear me out for a second, okay? I know you're thinking, oh no, he's just a bit crazy. He's been looking into too many conspiracy theories. Yes, but at the end of the day, who calls them conspiracy theories? People who assume they're wrong. That's what it is. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there that are wrong. But I think this one's got a lot more weight to it, a lot more validation to it. Now, here is how I see God. Okay, so let me just wrap this up for you, okay? Because now I'm believing that right now we're in this like really fucking advanced game, and it's called life. And I feel like the only reason why we're here is not to live and have a divine purpose here. I feel like we're just here to experience. We're here to learn. We're here to experience the emotions that we're always feeling. But to truly experience them, because that's why we're here. Now let's get on to what I think about God and what is God, or whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it the universe, source, whatever. I believe that we are all part. We aren't separate. We are all part of a greater collective consciousness, and that is our consciousness that we are using. Not what we are using, but who we are. We're conscious beings. Now, I believe that we're all part of the same consciousness that one day got bored, decided to create this universe so they weren't bored anymore, and to bring themselves down to a point where they can understand these low vibrational emotions. If we were a collective consciousness, right? Hear me out. If we were just one consciousness, therefore has to be outside of the universe that we perceive now in order to create the universe that we see now. Okay? In the beginning, God said, let there be light. I believe that was only a thought, and I believe that we were God ourselves. I am God, you are God. The same consciousness split to then play every player in the game, to experience every variety of how to feel something. So this is where in what I believe, this is where the multiverse theory comes in. Okay, so for everything that will happen or can happen is happening right now in a different universe, a split timeline, a split universe that is running at the same time as our own universe here. Now, I believe that if the multiverse theory works, and if anybody out there that understands what I'm trying to say when I say the multiverse theory, that's us, bro, split, playing all these games and finding out all these little varieties or different ways of feeling something. Now, remember that I am you and you are me. Okay, so I am playing in this game as you, and you are also playing as me. Right? Because we're all the same consciousness, just split into like little versions of ourselves. So we can then live and experience all these weird emotions. And that's crazy. That is crazy, because, you know, I might make some more videos, and if this goes well, not even if it goes well, I'm gonna be making some more videos, but I'm gonna be going more into depth on what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to put forward. I don't expect anybody to believe what I say, and I don't expect anybody to even really just understand where I'm coming from. I'm really just making these videos to get my own thoughts out there. This, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I just need to get all this shit out. It's been building up for a long time. I've been looking into different types of religions. I was brought up Christian, by the way. Christian school, all that. You know, it was funny thing. I couldn't finish school, right, before I passed my Bible class. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know what it's basically saying? It's basically saying that I am not going to let you go into this world without you being first indoctrinated into the way that I perceive how the universe works. When in reality, I think the whole thing's shit. Like, it is shit. I don't want to seem too harsh when I say that, okay? I really, my biggest belief is that anybody could be wrong. My biggest belief is that anybody could be wrong. Everybody thinks they're right, but 9 times out of 10, you're wrong more than what you're right? Okay, so all I'm asking now is just what I wish is that everybody in the world could really just sit back and for like maybe 2 minutes, because that's all you're gonna need, is just sit back and realize, oh wait, what if everyone has told me is wrong? I believe we don't do enough of our own research. We get someone else to do the research and then we believe them, instead of them telling us the facts and then us going on our own personal searches to find it. Now, it's not just spiritual, because if you get into too much spiritual shit, you're gonna wig yourself out. You're gonna weed yourself out. Remember, it's a fucking journey. It's not gonna be fucking next week you're gonna understand everything about the universe, because if it was that fucking easy, then we all would have done it. There's a few people in this world that say that they've done it, but really, come on, man. A lot of people think that they've got like this, like they just know, right? Like, without them understanding that they probably only know like one little slice about everything, the entire universe. It's so deep and it goes so vast. Now look, I've been looking at like a lot of different religions, because my entire life actually, because everyone has always told me Jesus is your savior. He died on the cross for your sins. I'm not denying he didn't die on the cross. Now, there's a lot of historical facts saying that yes, Jesus was a real man. Yes, Jesus was here. Yes, Jesus died on a cross. Now, when it comes to the Bible, there's a lot of historical facts in there. And I'm not going to say that that's all bullshit. It's not. But there's a lot of stories in there that have been fabricated from other religions. People don't understand this. Yeah? There's Noah's Ark, for example. There's been talks about a flood in every fucking religion that I've looked into. Yeah, it goes that far back that every single one, we're even talking about Samaria right now. Anyone know who I'm talking about when I'm talking about Sumerians? Of course you guys do. And if you don't, you should really look it up. It might change your view on how you see things. What if, right, the gods back in the day weren't gods, they were just aliens, dude? You're like, oh, what the fuck? But I think it's more likely that they were aliens than beings, like deities and gods. I believe that, fuck, man. You see how big this universe is? The problem here about everybody here on Earth is that everybody believes that they're the center of the universe. Come on, bro. It's pretty narcissistic of our entire race. You know, like, we're not the biggest fucking thing in this universe. We're probably really fucking small. You know, a grain of sand amongst a fucking beach that we call the universe, or a desert. You know? Fuck. It's more likely that there are more advanced civilizations out in the universe than here. Think about it. Okay, so an advanced civilization, right, comes down to Earth, yeah? And then at this point, where we are in our evolution, we don't even understand what electricity is. What is a light bulb? You know, what is the lightning that comes out of the sky? We're still thinking that it's a godly thing because that's the only way that we can understand it. So if somebody comes down in a big ship and sits down and has got all these cool little knickknacks, if I go back in the day with some of the technology that we have got now, think about it. If I went back there and I had the technology that I have now, I would either be called a witch, a wizard, something magical. Something magical because they couldn't understand science. And that's what I'm saying here. There could have been a lot of things back in the day where it was really the aliens that were posing as gods, so we ourselves could understand them. We could understand them because that was the level of our perception at that time. But the older that we progressively get, the more that we look towards science, the more that we look towards how the universe actually works. Like, the universal language is mathematics and science. From what we know. From the math that we can perceive now. Not from a civilization that's been millions and millions and millions of years older than us. Been through this and done it 3 times over. I think they know a bit. And I think we would just assume that they were a god back then. Now, if aliens come here, we're going to understand that they're aliens, aren't we? We're not going to be calling them deities. Just understand that everybody needs to do their own research, not just in spiritual, but also in their own history. What you can find so much shit out there that's for free. You just need to apply yourself to do so. I'd rather believe in something that I sought out for and looked for in everything and in everyone than to settle for some fucking religion that says that there's only one God and it's one person. I think it's quite small-minded of us to perceive God in this one form, in this male form. We were created in their image. What if we were created in their image because they are us and we are them? You know, in the Bible and in a lot of other godly books and holy books out there, they say that the body is a temple. The body is a temple for God. Think about it, bro. This is our temple. This is the temple that my consciousness sits in. Treat your body well for your consciousness, which is a split of God. Because without all of us, there would be no God. There wouldn't. And that's what I'm saying, that this whole place is just a simulation of our own thoughts and our own emotions. Maybe instead of simulation, I might just call it like a really advanced VR game, to the point where even when we do enter in this game, we agree to forget everything so we can play the game properly before we start. And I'm saying even when we leave here, I believe in reincarnation, of course. But what I think it is once we go back to source, heaven, whatever you want to call it, okay, basically this is the place where God, the universe, source provides, is. Once we die, we go back there. Yeah? What if it's because once we're there for a few years, or whatever we perceive, it may be Earth years, or it'd be completely different there. Time itself would be different too. Remember that time is linear. It's only really fucking here. Yeah. Yeah, so everything would be different. And then you get bored and you want to sit down and play a game, or you want to sit down and watch a movie. Same thing, right? because we're living forever, this could, what we perceive here as 60, 80 years here on earth, or even if it's only a short time for some people, that could only be nothing compared to a being that is all-knowing and lives forever, man. Jeez, like, I believe once we leave our bodies that we just become pure energy. Because we are just pure energy. Remember that everything on this planet vibrates. Even at a small level, vibrates. I give off a vibration, everybody else gives off a vibration. That's where the saying, my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Don't kill my vibration when I walk into the fucking room. So when you walk into the room, you can feel other people's vibrations. You can feel the mood. That's what I'm trying to say. You walk into an area, you can feel the mood. Okay, everything gives us a vibration. Our phones. I mean, absolutely everything is constantly vibrating, and it matters on how you change or how you. Like, you can always change your vibration and the vibration of other things. So, yeah. If that kind of summed up what I was trying to say, or I hope it did. I'm gonna upload this. I'm not too sure where. I think it's a bit too long for TikTok. Maybe YouTube. YouTube seems cool. But yeah, I'm gonna upload this. I'm gonna see how it goes. And I'm just doing this for a hobby at this point, because I only want to do this to really just tell my side of things. See, I want people to understand how I see the universe, or I want people to understand how I perceive the world. I want people to understand how I perceive every interaction that we have with another person. That's my perception on how I come to conclusions. But yeah, at the same time, bro, like, I love it, but don't want to get too spiritual, because at the end of the day, we need to take life as it comes. Don't think too far ahead.